Let's go. Okay. Tier. Tournament. Okay, so now you just need to do sword. Ugh. Oh, no. No. Okay, so. Mm-hmm. Dumbly, here's your boy. Welcome to the show. Listening to also having a wonderful day on this 23rd April 2005. Today we're talking about music and how it's a lifesaver. First of all, I'm gonna be weird during this video. We're not doing well mentally. We're going through shit, but it's okay. So yesterday was the reason why we're doing this video. I like giving you guys a reason because I'm like, dude, you don't make any sense most of the time. But if there's a reason, like, you know what? I'm not sure if you know what you're talking about, but I can understand what you're trying to do, right? So of course we're playing the tower in the background because I'm addicted. Hey, healthy addiction, right? Not at all, but still. Yesterday we were not doing well. That's when he came in. Shout out to lovely Angel, lovely girl, Angel and Mary. Super grateful for her. And then it's nuts because I felt like the need to sing, which was there, and then I started singing, and because we started singing, it was just one bubble after the other, right? Domino effect, snowball effect. So we started really having music in the background, and the whole of yesterday stream is me singing music, right? So a little bit odd, I'm not gonna lie, but at the same time, it didn't really. So I was supposed to do a video. And again, I did a video last week saying, yeah, I would like to do 2 videos in one. That way we get more content out of the way. And at this point, I'll be completely honest. I have so many ideas for content that it's not about running out of ideas. It's more so about, okay, well, we have so many ideas. How do I make them work together? Because otherwise, I end up overwhelmed, and then I forget the subject that I was going to talk about or the exact idea behind it. So I'm trying to hurry up because today we have a formation of election, so I'm trying to be doing good for that. This is my last video of right now. We'll do some more today. So what ended up happening is, last week I wanted to make a video, and the video was kind of amazing. So we were listening to a song that you guys know that I love, which is Star Wars the musical, which is basically the last scene of Obi-Wan and Anakin in their fighting, right? And the person what they did was they put music behind, but they did the AI, and they did AI, and they were like, "Yo," and it's crazy because I'm going to talk about AI now, but then I'm going to shout out people that are not using AI. It's just going to be nuts. But they took the final, like they took every single thing that they said, every single speech that they have on the scene, right? Like for example, Anakin saying, "I serve to the I'm loyal to the democracy, right? If you're not with me, then you're my enemy. When you sit till the absolute, I'll do what I must. You will try, I failed you, and I cannot fail you." And it was crazy because this is how we learned it. And I mentioned this before this morning, so we're gonna be doing it quicker. That way, it's not new information that's out there. So, and it really bugged me in a sense of, it's nuts because I've always been told that you have an intelligence when it comes to learning language, right? And it's more so about listening with people, I guess, and they're asking and shit like that, right? Um, so with this, I was able to learn I was able to learn the text of the two actors, which is Aiden and Chris. No, I was gonna say Chris Evans. Doesn't matter, guys. I have to go. I don't want to be late, so I'm not trying to rush either. Fuck. So basically, I learned the text. I was like, yo, I was able to learn the text. And the thing is, I watched these movies multiple times. So I'm supposed to turn. I would have been supposed to learn this the easy way, but no, I learned it through music, right? And just how thankful we are to music in itself. Because yesterday we were not doing well, and I thought about this a lot. But it's weird. It's really weird. Um, it is really weird because I wasn't doing well at all yesterday, and music was a way to heal, right? And subconsciously speaking, um, I went to music, and I went to music that I was listening to when I had my depression. It's because we know we healed to the depression. We wanted to do the same thing. If this remedy is good once, good twice, type shit. And we just did the same thing over and over again, and then it was kind of nice because it was nice in a sense of, I don't know. It was nice in a sense of it's music that you know, something that's helpful. But the question is, why did you go to this music in particular? And for example, right, you're going to be listening to a playlist, and your playlist has 200 songs, right? And 100 of those are going to be songs that you love. 50 years old are going to be songs that are currently popular, right? Some of those songs are going to be songs that you used when you were depressed. So why don't you go back to these songs, and why do you go back to these songs automatically, right? And that's the question I wanted to ask. That's the question I'm asking myself. You know, do I have this subconsciously need for these songs because of a subconscious search for medication or natural healing, right? And it's nuts because when you start thinking that, okay, well, this is gonna help me, this is gonna quote unquote heal me, right? Well, your body is able to say, well, you need help. For example, we're talking about this in depression this morning because I'm going through a little bit of an episode, right? And I'm going through an episode in the sense that, we don't feel good. We feel kind of depressed, and your brain will shut down at I because your brain job is wanting to survive. So, oh, you're not doing bad. Don't worry, you're doing good. You're doing so good, bro. I'm so proud of you. But it's bullshit. It's bullshit because deep down you're not doing well, right? But it also comes into term of, well, you're not doing well, but how can we fix this, right? For example, your brain will deny the existence of depression or other ailment. However, it'll know how to avoid. Like, you know what? Today you're more tired. Today you're gonna be sleep 10 or 11 hours, and your body needs that to rest because you're emotionally tired, right? So your body will protect itself without acknowledging the fact that you need help. Which is in self-dependence, right? So with music, the fact that we went there, and the fact that I was able to feel that good, but it's just scary how music affect us, right? It's just scary how your body works, your brain work, your sense of need, your sense of, well, I want this, I need this, versus the sense of this would probably be beneficial, right? And when you think about it, songs like that, and I think there's a human aspect to it. I think there's another aspect to it. Like, you're not. I don't. Okay, so I went to 8 A's when I had my. I'm addicted to junk food. I'm addicted to porn. I'm addicted to content. We've worked on it, but it's still the same thing, right? However, we watch a lot of less porn, which is good. Which is good because I don't feel like watching porn, but it's also bad because one of the common symptoms of depression is a loss of libido, or a loss of being horny, right? So that's why. But at the same time, well, listening to speech, right? And the speech, it was nice. The speech that were being said, but if I was an alcoholic myself, it wouldn't help me because those people are talking about alcohol a lot, and I was like, yo, I don't want to talk about alcohol. I don't want to think about alcohol, so I don't know how it's helpful, right? So with music, those are people that have been there, and it's crazy because we all are such different, unique people. We're such unique, different perspectives. You're gonna have a billion song about love. You're gonna have a billion and one song about heartbreak, right? And then they all have this different perception of it, or this different understanding, right? And it's nuts. It's nuts because they were listening to a 90s song, and one of the songs that came up was um, "Gone Forever" from Three Day Grace, and the next song on the list was the next song on the list, believe me or not, was Diarrhea Jane. The third song, believe me or not, was 50 Ways to Say Goodbye. So it was very, very weird. They all touched the same, kind of the same principle, right? So with 50 Ways to Say Goodbye, it's a guy that lost a girlfriend and doesn't tell people that he lost a girlfriend. So he lies and say that she died, but she didn't die. And Diarrhea Jane is a guy that he loves her so much that he wants to seduce her, and for him to seduce her, he doesn't care about going out with her. He just want to be in their diary. He just want to be important enough to be in their diary, which is phenomenal. Or the first song, which is Always on My Mind. See, now I'm thinking about music. Mm. Gone Forever. And the fact that this guy break up. And of course, this song is, okay, well, I was sad. And now that we broke up, I remember I realized how toxic you were, right? And the problem with Gone Forever is it's nothing one-sided, right? So it's kind of crazy. And then the problem with Diarrhea Jane is we don't even know who's Jane. We don't even get to know her. We get to know that we want to be in her diary, but we don't know who she is. And the problem with 50 Ways to Say Goodbye is, once again, you got one thing, and the guy has such a vivid imagination, right? And it's a beautiful song in the sense of it's a not a reliable narrator. So things like Fight Club, things like 50 Days of Summers, 100 Days of Summers, that's the same thing. So you're not a dependable narrator or reliable narrator. So most of what you said can't be trusted. So yeah, it was really, really, really nice. In a lot of ways where, you know, those were talk about a girlfriend or an ex-girlfriend and how he perceives it, right? So music in itself, and of course the song that I was listening to yesterday was sad emo rap, right? And I don't even listen to rap, so I'm like, what the fuck am I listening to? But then yesterday, and for the first time ever, this is the very first time ever. Now, ultimately speaking, this is half a truth, half a lie. There's definitely instances of us feeling this emotion and having to go through a song. I'm not feeling good. I know that this song will help me, right? But it's the very first time where I'm in denial about how bad we're doing. So yesterday was a really big step. I was having a live, TikTok live, and I don't do cry for help a lot. I do not do cry for help, but yesterday I did a cry for help. I saw people going in and say, hey, I'm not doing okay, and then people stay, some people left. So definitely fuck him. No, I'm joking. They don't have to stay if they don't owe me shit, and I'm not expecting shit from anybody. But at the same time, you know, it was the first time where it was almost instinct to put these songs. So I started listening to one song and really helped, and I was like, you know what, maybe I should be listening to music and really changing the way I'm seeing things. And then I felt like listening to this specific song. And I didn't think about why this song in particular, but when I think about it, I'm like, yo, this is the third song in a row that we listened to when we were in depression. What is going on, right? So yeah, it's nuts. When you think about it, it's nuts how the brain works. we always so focus on the conscious. We're always so focused on, okay, well, this and this and this happened because of this and this and this. But we never really think about, well, there's a reason why you're doing that. There's a reason, it doesn't matter why you're doing it, there's a reason why you're doing it, right? And to me, this is the important part. To me, this is the valuable art of self-preservation. I'm not feeling good, i.e., I have to do this, X, Y, Z. I'm doing better, that meaning I have to do A, B, C, right? It's completely different. Like, for example, we've been seeing my father a lot lately because I don't want to be alone, right? But then, it's so fucked up with my father. But my mom is the same thing. My mom I don't see her enough. I'll be completely honest. But my father is 100%, 100%, 200%, 400%. A feeling of granddad. So you know when you're a father or you're a mom, you have to take care of your kids, and then you're a grandfather or a grandmother, and your kids are gonna bring the grandkids over, but when you don't have the grandkids, you don't have to take care of them. my father is this constant. My father also isn't a very emotional person. So my father, I can see him in 3 4 times a week. He won't mind, and I can spend a couple of weeks without seeing him, and it's like, hey, are you coming over? But it'll take a couple of weeks before it's like, okay, will you want to come over for brunch, right? So it's the perfect amount of I'm connecting with you, but then I'm disconnecting with you, you know. And I think that's why I'm acting the same way because that's the way I was raised, right? But at the same time, who gives a shit? Who gives a shit if it's what you're doing is wrong? And there's always this feeling of if it feels so right, how can it be wrong when it feels so right, right? And ultimately, I believe in that. I believe in the fact that you got X, Y, Z that are working for you. Use X, Y, Z. Now, ultimately, X, Y, Z has consequences, but the question is, does it does more benefit than consequences? Are you hurting people? If yes, don't do it. If it has more benefit than consequences, so for example, consequences. I'm listening to this song, which makes me feel better, but this song's put me back in a place of depression, and this is diving into depression. So I'm able to stay on the surface, right? I'm able to stay on the surface, and let's say the beach. Let's go to the beach, and I've been watching also Jersey Shore. So this is where's the beach moment. So you go to the beach, right? And you walk into the beach, and you walk into the water, right? And at first, the water's at your ankle, right? Like, oh, the water's really nice, right? And then you're walking more, and now the water's at your ankle, your knees, and like, you know what, more. And then it goes to your hips, right? And before you know it, your feet aren't touching the water, and you're so far that you really have to go back. And because you're going back, it's a bit of a, how can I say that? It's a bit more complex. It's a bit more complicated because you have these feelings of, well, I want to be in the water, but I don't want to be too much in water. What's the right level, right? Some days you'll go deeper. Some days you won't go deeper. But it's a constant battle, and that's how much I want to fight today. What am I willing to do today to better my situation? That's the important part. That is the part where you have to focus. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. So now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna charge my phone a little bit, right?